I just dug a big hole. Deep. Put in this and these. I got them as bulbs and I started them in pots because I didn't know where to put them. And they're not the kind of lily I thought they were. I thought they were going to be hemerocallis and they're Asiatic. So that's okay. They're going to be orange. So these are the new lilies. They're all planted. I'm going to put mulch on and then I'm going to water. Eventually I'm going to put these sunflowers out in the front, I think. But I can't keep them in the greenhouse anymore because they need full sun on the top shelf, and the top shelf smushes them when I close the plastic on the top, and they need to get really tall now. So I've just put them inside one of the empty beds I have not planted yet. Keep them safe from bunnies, but they also need to get that sun. And they're so moist, okay. These are herbs, and I'm going to put some of them in the ground now. And then these are corn. I wanted to get them going. The bed's ready now, but I don't want to put them in until they have their second leaves, just because that way the transition, they'll be a little stronger plant. And this is calendula, and I've never grown this before, and I don't know where to put them, but they need to go in bigger pots. They're on their, like, what is it, 2, 4, 6. They're on their 8. So it's like they're growing their 4th sets of leaves now, which means I can transplant them. These are my extra cabbage in case the other ones don't do well. I have some backup cabbage. And then this is verbena, I think. I really can't remember very well because I didn't label them. I hope they're verbena. That'd be pretty. I would just put them around in front of those lilies. Heard me, Spike. This cat has been stalking me while I garden. He scared the crap out of me just now. So I'm just gonna go over where I put everything real quick before the sun goes down. I've got the flat with the corn. Those are the calendula. The flat with the corn. This is gonna be the Three Sisters garden. So you plant corn in first, wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then you put in beans, and the beans will climb up the corn, and you put squash, and then the leaves from the squash cover the soil and keep it moist. And it's the Native American technique, if you didn't know. I don't see any carrots yet, and I wouldn't expect to for another day or 2 yet. They need complete darkness to germinate. So I'm guessing a lot of that occurs at night. There's a dandelion seed in here. Nope. Get out. And then, okay, so I just did these. There's like herbs. And in the center, I'm going to move them because I don't know where to put them right now, but they needed to get out of those little containers because they were getting little constricted roots. These are baby's breath. And I just kind of put them away from the herbs. I've got Swiss chard right here, and then that corner is parsley, and then the baby's breath separates it from, there's dill, and there's 2 thyme plants right there and right there, and then this is basil. I didn't start my cilantro yet. I have to start my cilantro soon, like right now. I should have done that. We didn't have the seed packet. And then I just found 2 cabbage seedlings that I had for some reason thought were something else, and so I put them, one's in the center and one's over to the side, because they're all supposed to be like a foot apart from each other. Like they're supposed to have a foot like radius away from everything else, and they're not exactly a foot apart because this is only half of that, but I don't have the space. And then yeah, the sunflowers are chilling here. I think we're gonna put onions in this garden. And ta-da! That's it. So I know some of the things were still quite tiny, and I put them in the beds anyway. And the thing is when you put the plant in a little container, it knows how much space it has to grow, and it won't get huge unless it knows it has a huge space. They're very intelligent. They're not just stupid little objects. Like, they can communicate through all the fungus and the bacteria and other things that it's like all about electricity, and the water is a conduit for that. And there's a lot of things about plant intelligence that we have no idea about yet. The thing is it's evident every time. It's not just about time. If you take one plant and another plant in identical soil conditions, lighting and water, and you put one in a little container and one in a big container, the little one's not going to grow. It's like a turtle or a fish. A lot of the time, goldfish and turtles, you put them in a small tank, they stay small. You put these out, they will get big. Okay, so I'm actually going now. Bye. So this is our beds a couple weeks later. I think like 3 weeks since the last time I did video. We've got carrot seedlings over here. I gotta put more in. I still haven't. Putting it off because these didn't look like they were coming up for a long time. And then this is baby's breath, which I'd like to transfer out into the flower garden because there's thyme down here hiding. But the dill looks very big. My son's been throwing dirt and grabbing things out of here. He killed some stuff. It's gonna happen. Got the curly parsley. I've got the Italian over here. This is some Swiss chard. It's doing good. Got basil in this corner. And the cabbages. These are my extras. I don't think I'm going to need them, but they keep drying out, so they aren't doing too well. This is the purple. For some reason, I don't know why, this purple one is the same age as that, which were planted, those were from this pack. So obviously, like, this shows you the difference between when you leave them in a little container. They know. They don't grow. Get out of my bed, weeds. I don't mind if they creep up around the outside. I can't touch the thistles right now because I've got no gloves, but as long as they're not in there, they're not affecting the roots of the beloved. Look at these happy peas. They're blooming. We're gonna get some fruit. I find it odd though, this row, these are regular peas. These are sweet peas. And the sweet peas grew way taller and have not bloomed. And the ones that took their time are blooming already. It's just interesting. This is the turnip top. It has been eaten by something. We think it's some kind of fly. I don't know. But the kale in the same bed has not been eaten. And the kale is excellent. Well, I guess it has been eaten a little bit. So these are our watermelons. They are, if you can see, they're about that big. They're this big. I would say like 3 inches across. And I put onions around the outside because onions grow really fast. By the time the watermelons get big enough, we could probably harvest the onions. These are some perennials and some annuals. I got some cosmos. Got one died, 2 died because of the water problem. Got really hot and I didn't water them enough. And I don't really remember what some of these are. These are hollyhocks. These I don't remember what they are. They're a surprise. I really should have labeled better. I was trying to grow snapdragons, but I'm about to give up. Ooh, here's some purslane. It's a weed that you can eat. You can pickle the stems, you can ground the seeds and make flour if you're like surviving in the wilderness, you can look for stuff like this. Purslane or pigweed. So now these sunflowers need to go out in the front. They're very thirsty and their roots are going through into the earth here. Those pots are way too small and they're about to shoot up to 10 feet, so I need to move those. That's squash. This is weed. Weed. Don't need you in there. Squash. So the whole garden, I put squash there and here, but they came up there, there, and there, and on either end. And then there's more sunflowers I need to move out. But yeah, the mother of the corn here, it likes to lean. It looks silly. Just stand up straight. Come on. But it looks like we have corn. We've got only 4. I'm assuming that's a corn plant. Something nibbled it. I don't know how it nibbled it because we have all this fence up. But something's going on here with this bean leaf. This one too. And look at this one's all veiny and weird, and this one's perfect. So I don't know what's going on in here. This little pea plant. That's not the same plant. This is a weed. Crap. That's that same little weed that keeps cropping up everywhere. Because we did not put liner in this bed. Okay, let's go in the front. Get any decent footage of the peony blooming. There it is. The peony. This camera, I just got a new phone. It's part of why I didn't film for a while. It's much nicer quality film than the other one. This camera's bigger. I like it. This foxglove has been blooming for a while. I used to have more, but they fell off. There's a little purple one that was really pretty and we missed it on camera. Oh well. The pansies still look pretty good. So this is the butterfly weed. We bought one like last year and it has 2 different colors in it. And this one's just kind of hanging down there. Don't know why. Flower's gonna bloom soon. I'll have to remember to film that. This is a tick seed I got for like $1 on sale in a teeny little pot. And I put it in a bigger pot. And then I moved it out here and now it's blooming. The other one's not ready to bloom for some reason. And then there's this one that I planted on camera. The geum. It's just been blooming. This was the one that had bloomed a few weeks ago and it looks like that now. I don't know if I should be planting those seeds. The ground cover geranium, the true geranium. It's been blooming pretty consistently. The weeds are coming back. So we got these sunflower plants from our neighbor and pretty much immediately after we had them on the porch for a few days and they got completely eaten by something. I know not what. And I don't know, some of them look like they're still going to try to bloom, but they don't look happy. They look like really ravaged. And these are the lilies I had planted on film. They're going to bloom soon. I will get that. And this is a bloom flower also about to bloom. So I've got some things to plant. I still haven't weeded that. There's a dead rose bush in there I've been kind of avoiding. And then there's a tree of heaven next to other pussy willow. That's my hand. Pussy willow over here. Tree of heaven needs to die. And then inside all this bush, I'm really excited. This is the Rose of Sharon. Oh yay! Look at, we got buds coming from the inside. All those little ones. Oh, that's exciting. But that'll bloom for like 2 months straight once it starts. Meow. This is lamium, and there's 2 varieties, and they're just mixed together under this pine tree, and it's a weed forest. There's thistle and all manner of stuff down here. Didn't used to be. It takes a couple months for that stuff to grow. But they're soft. they do well in shade, part shade, which is why they're so happy here. And they get weed whacked and they come back. So this is a really resilient ground cover plant. So one of the things that grows that we weed whack a lot is the wild mint. It's catnip. This is a big old bush of catnip just cropping up against the fence. They really like it. Let's take them some. I don't really understand how it is that it's growing outside all the time and they don't notice it until I give them a piece and you gotta rub the leaves together. So I thought it'd be nice to do a little comparison since it's been so long since I filmed the first portion of this video until I edited it. So I feel like this would be kind of like a more progress video. Haven't been spending time in the garden like at all. We've just been watering, keeping things alive, and this is what happens. It gets big. Some of it gets big, some of it you don't water and it shrivels up. So lesson learned again. I didn't have anything impressive die. That's okay. But yeah, I gotta plant some stuff in the front. This is getting really long, so I'm gonna cut it off.